A Russian attack gunship firing at Ukrainian forces from the air in the Kursk region inside Russia. While on the ground, a Russian soldier's body cam records what appear to be several killed Ukrainians near their destroyed armored vehicle. The Kremlin trying to show its forces are halting Ukraine's advances. But the reality is this: more Russian civilians having to evacuate their towns and villages as Kiev's troops press ahead. We left the chickens at home, this woman says. We gave them 2 bags of grain, some water, and left. Maybe there will be nothing to return to. What seemed to be Russian prisoners of war transported in a Ukrainian pickup, as a Ukrainian soldier spray paints the Ukrainian spelling of a town's name inside Russia. Moscow says it will bring more reinforcements to its southwestern regions to try and oust Ukraine's invasion force before it can dig in.
Kishida's decision to step down is not all that surprising because we know he's been battling with very low approval ratings, really for the past year or so now. And it looks as though he's finally acknowledging that this has taken a toll on his leadership. Now, the reason why people have been losing faith in Japan's political class in the first place is because of 2 major scandals. The first is a political slush fund scandal, where several politicians and factions within Japan's ruling party were found to have not properly reported funds raised through several fundraising events. Now, this underreporting or this lack of reporting has continued for several years, but it only came to light in December of last year when domestic media outlets first reported this issue. Now, the second scandal that Kishida pointed to during his presser earlier on Wednesday was the Unification Church scandal. As we know, the former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was assassinated by the son of a member of this religious organization. After Abe's assassination, the Japanese government launched an investigation and found that several politicians within Japan's ruling party had ties to the church. They were receiving funds and money. So the Japanese government stripped the organization of its name, but people in Japan have been criticizing Kishida and his government for not fully halting the organization's activities. Hanukkah Montgomery, CNN, Tokyo.
What a difference a week makes, right? I mean, just a week ago, markets were freaking out about the state of the U.S. economy. We saw all these massive drops in the stock market, and things have calmed down so much, in large part because of the inflation picture. Yesterday, better than expected numbers on wholesale inflation, and today we have this better than expected consumer price index. And the big milestone here is sub 3% inflation, 2.9%. Look at that chart. This same metric was at 9% just about 2 years ago. And overall, I mean, prices overall, they're not necessarily going down. They're just going up at a more gradual pace. This is exactly what the Federal Reserve wants to see, right? This is going to give them even more confidence that inflation is going back towards normal and that they can lower interest rates. And that, of course, would be good news for consumers because it means lower mortgage rates and car loans, credit card rates. But it also would be good news for Wall Street, where they are hoping for not just one interest rate cut, but multiple rate cuts in the coming months.